We would be lying to ourselves if we think that this is more than muscle. Today, we're going to break down a little bit more around the mentality and what is actually causing you to stay very stuck in your story. And this is what happens, right? So how many times have you had someone ask you, how long have you been thinking about this goal that you have? Let's say that you want something and you've been thinking about it for the last 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, doesn't matter. And the question is, well, how long have you been thinking about this? And it's been a while. What has helped you get to this point is really, really important to start to become aware of. In other words, what story are you stuck in? When we understand the story that we're stuck in, we can do something to change it. Because I think a lot of the time we stay very, very stuck in this, like, I'm inconsistent. But why are you inconsistent? Or I don't follow through. I procrastinate on things. Well, why do you procrastinate on things? Why don't you follow through? You stay stuck in a story. There is a story that you feel like that is like you. It's your character. But here's the thing. If you are going to be disingenuous with yourself, you're going to not be aware of yourself. You're not going to be congruent with the person that you want to be. You're going to stay very stuck in the past. And people that stay stuck in the past never really move forward because they're always thinking, well, I can't because of this, or it used to be like that, and I used to be like that. And they stay very stuck. And so in order for you to change, you have to change who you are, but also what you're doing. So when you're looking at, your mentality, this is all mentality based. You want to understand who is the person that I need to become in order to get to the goal that you want. So let's say that you want to drop some weight. Let's say that you want to drop 20 pounds, just as an example. Who would you need to become to drop that weight? You would probably need to become disciplined, consistent. You would have to have a routine. You would have to eat well. You'd have to become that person that says no to things, that maybe goes to sleep on time, that wakes up on time, that gets to the gym 4 to 5 days a week. You would need to be that person. So it's not necessarily the outcome. It's about the process of who you are becoming to get to the outcome that you want. Now, it's very, very easy to get caught up into this idea that maybe you're just going to somehow land there. You're not going to just land there. It doesn't work like that. This is why so many people get caught up in, I want the outcome. I want the outcome. I want the result. I want the result. That's the high achiever. And I've talked about this. We talked about this a few podcasts ago where we talked about the difference between a high achiever and a high performer. A high performer is essentially going, what am I doing today to make myself better? What am I going to do tomorrow to make myself better? How am I going to implement what I'm learning today, what I've grown in lately when game day comes? That is the high performer. And it's kind of like watching a game tape. Like when something doesn't go accordingly to plan, you reflect on it and you go, this is what I could have done better in that moment. Then what's going to happen is you're going to go to the next step. And the next step is going to be the high achiever. Why isn't the result here? How come it's not happened already? I'm impatient. I'm looking for something. This is the high achiever mindset. And I'm not saying that one is good nor bad, okay? This is more about the fact that they are different. Like a high achiever only wants the outcome. They want the promotion. They want the weight loss. They want this. They want that. But they don't have the process and the day-to-day grind of what it should be. And I think we kind of have evolved somehow into this world where we should slow down. Like slowing down is going to help us get somewhere. I haven't really seen anyone truly overly successful that didn't have to go through the hustle mode, right? The drive, the passion, the extent of everything to get to where they want to go. Success really does leave clues if you think about it. And the clues that they leave is, can you be fast? Can you be efficient? Can you be effective? Can you be helpful? Can you do all these things? This is what gets you to where you want to go. And I think that many people get so caught up in not necessarily doing everything they can. When you look back at your day, when you look back at your week and your month and your year, did you truly do everything you can, or did you live by some excuses? Did you kind of let things slide here and there? Did you do that? Was that the person you became? And I share that with you because I think that we have had a lot of this soft, sensitive culture, specifically lately, where people are just giving the let them theory, which is a complete load of shit, right? To let people get off the hook. Like, since when did confrontation not become popular, right? Confrontation used to be the thing. You would call people out all the time. No issues. They would just say it. And people would be like, dude, like, thanks for calling me out on that. Like, gosh, I was just being so stupid. But now it's like, oh, you're going to hurt my feelings. Don't say that. Let's just play along. It's all good. Don't worry about it. This is how people stay stuck. They stay stuck because they're not willing to hear the truth. But yet the truth creates clarity, and clarity is very confronting. And I share that with you because I think a lot of the time we become so damn stuck. So instead of being stuck, just confront yourself, confront others, be okay with speaking up and providing the truth, right? And understanding that in order for you to go forward, you've got to really face some shit. You've got to face the things that you don't want to face, right? The magic that you're looking for is in the work that you're avoiding. Anything that you think putting off will not come around to catch you, you're kidding yourself, right? You got to be very real with yourself. In order for you to grow, you're going to have to do things differently. In order for you to change, you're going to have to do things differently. So have a look at what you're doing. I was exactly like this. I kept staying stuck in the same damn thing, getting the same damn result, and wondering why my life didn't change. So just like anyone else, just like what I'm telling you now, yeah, you're going to see me now a bit more disciplined, routine, and structured and consistent and all these things. Yes, but I've built that. I've built that over a decade or decades, right? But when I hit my rock bottom, when I didn't know what I was doing the wrong things. And so I was attracting the wrong outcome. And I can't go and blame the world because it's not the world's fault. It's my fault. And I took ownership and I took responsibility, and I started to understand that my actions, everything that I did was in my control. It wasn't a matter of anyone around me. It wasn't their fault. It was my fault. Why I was in a bad place, why I was in a bad position. My circumstances were truly because they aligned with my internal state. My internal state sucked. It wasn't where it needs to be. But when you shift your internal state, your circumstances start to match. So it's not about what's around you. It's about what's within you. And if you do this and you are authentic, you have integrity, then the world will take care of you. Life, like everything, the universe, everything will take care of you. But if you are disingenuous, if you don't follow through, if you don't keep your promises, if you don't hold your fucking word, don't expect good things to come your way, because they won't. It's just how it is. And I think we would be lying to ourselves if we think that, honestly, you're going to get an outcome without the work. Put in the work. You know what? You're going to get tired. It's fine. Get tired. Get fatigued. Put in the time that maybe you would be spending doing something that maybe isn't as beneficial for you, but go and do it anyway. Do all the things that you don't want to do. Go and pour yourself into your training. Pour yourself into your nutrition. Pour yourself into that goal that you want as a career, right? From a professional standpoint, go and learn things. Go and do these things. Like, become independent, right? Independent enough to actually get the life that you want to create. And you will probably find someone that you'll be able to build that life with. But you know what? I can't tell you how many people go and live a life that's not even theirs. It's someone else's. They just seem to wake up in a bed that they're just like, what happened here? How did I even get here? Well, look back and I can guarantee you'll find out how you got there, right? But it's very easy to understand that if you do not take complete 100% responsibility for yourself and your life, you're going to stay very stuck in your story. So I'm going to encourage you right now to do things that are going to free you from the chains that you're in. Anything that's kept you stuck, you don't have to stay there. It's a matter of choice. And it's a choice to change today for the outcome that you want tomorrow. So just remember, guys, everything you want is on the other side of fear. So make a move, take action, because you're one decision away from a completely different life.